Coming at you right now. Cal State Fullerton versus Oregon. This is the first time we've seen Oregon on this stream. Let's see what they got.
So here we go. Spuda already on the attack, trying to get around the Oregon defense. Cal State Fullerton, at times, it's been tough to kind of classify their play style. It's been tough for them to kind of establish their identity as they end up on the back foot. Imminent. The new guy on Oregon scores first.
Look at this. The Skippy, that pinch straight down. Spuda did not see it coming, and Imminent getting involved as a quick shot leads to a quick goal for Oregon. First goal, 4 minutes, 38 seconds left in game.
So now the answer's got to come out of Cal State Fullerton. We know that they have plenty of firepower on that side of the field, but it hasn't really shown itself. Leland looking for another. At least got a piece of that clearance attempt. Now Riddles. Throwing one downfield, but not much support. Spuda does finally come up. High hopper, easily set away by DeSkippy. Danny got a piece of him. They can't play the ball any further. Titans looking to get on the board, looking for an equalizer, and Leland swats that ball away. It's on target, and it forces Danny to play it off his own back wall. And Imminent popping one in the air. That gives Fullerton a chance to get downfield again. Boy, it's like a track meet here between the Titans and the Ducks.
Yeah, you would think we'd be playing on the new map. Well,
right.
How well these guys have been moving all the way around the field. No DFH circuit, though. We're on Manfield night. Oregon still maintaining a 1-goal lead, but it's definitely one thing to be said, how all over the place the rotation has been here for both sides. That being said, Oregon still maintaining the lead.
Imminent trying to take this out of his own zone. He'll have DeSkippy coming up in support. Leland in behind him. DeSkippy can't get there. Imminent had to force that ball through very quickly. The Fullerton defense looked like it had it all lined up.
Oh, wait. What
Danny
in the world?
And who's that? Leland just locking, they're trading paint up on the ceiling.
Yeah, they were holding hands.
There's no follow-up on that play.
Yeah, I'm looking at the ball go on the sidewall, and I see those two. Respect to it. We said they were loose. I didn't think they were that loose. But this one's still Oregon looking for a follow-up goal here. But this ball's in the corner. It's pretty much so it's all of Oregon. Leland plays it, but he's not going to play it to anyone. Wait a second. Imminent's here. That's a big shot, but also a good save from Spuda.
Boy, Imminent almost added another. Spuda barely making the save. And now Riddles, only himself downfield, just trying to bank kind of a token shot on target. Easily set away by the Ducks defense. This will be loose for Leland. Up over Spuda, and Riddles will swipe it to the side.
The Skippy trying to get to that, but that's a good pinch. CSUF still trying to get on the board. We haven't seen much offense from them. They don't even have a shot recorded. A lot of this has just been trying to maintain this Oregon pressure that has been mounting over the course of this start game.
Imminent guides this ball off to the corner. Chance, though, for Fullerton, but Riddles couldn't get that ball out enough for Spuda. So now Leland. Maybe a 2-on-1. DeSkippy streaking downfield. He'll steal some boost, but he's got to use all of it to come all the way back. Another ball in front, but set away by DeSkippy. Good thing you got that boost steal. Leland, this is going to roll up on him, and he just can't get on top of the shot. It remains only 1-0.
And now you see DeSkippy trying to come up, but Leland had a prime opportunity to extend the lead. Still, though, need to see more out of CSUF. Them managing this pace of game, as it has been tough for them. And you just see them all kind of waiting back. No one's challenging Oregon. They're getting so much space on offense.
This one downfield. Spuda, first shot for Fullerton. First really good look. Doesn't register as a shot on. That one will. Danny ties the game.
And Danny has to race to this. While Spuda's playing upfield, he's all the way on the other side with 30 boost. Has to get around it. And has to get enough power. Does his best job, and it's good enough. Tied up game with a minute left.
Just the way we knew this would go, right? Last match of the night. Throw everything out the window. It is just all chaos, all crazy, and we love it.
That tends to happen more times than not, too. Like, the saying is actually there. It's like It's like when I say a team just wants it more. Yeah, sometimes a team just wants it more. Right
Oh,
now,
does
Cal
Skippy
State,
want to save?
they want it too. This is incredible.
Spuda beat 2 defenders, but he didn't beat the Skippy there. And now here goes Leland, intercepted by Danny. This will not roll up. And Imminent had to get there to stop the tight angle double. Now it's to Skippy for Imminent, who had that opening goal. Almost had another, if not for the defensive efforts of Spuda, who's got this ball downfield now. He's got an assist to his name. Does not have a game winner yet as that ball is swatted all the way downfield. OU gonna have the last look, or rather UO, and that is it. We go to overtime in game 1.
Overtime in game 1. Cal State Fullerton able to get back into this one, but can they close it out? Riddle's trying to make that statement true, but does Skippy able to get a save in time, and now we're seeing a newfound pressure. Danny to win! It's in! Unbelievable overtime goal!
California State University Fullerton. Put some respect on the name of the Titans. Danny, a Herculean effort with 2 big goals to carry Cal State across the finish line, and it's a big win in game 1, stealing that from the Oregon Ducks.
Stealing is the right word. A late drive from Cal State Fullerton to tie things up in the final minute. And then they continue to keep that pressure. A team that did not have any goals, or not goals, any shots, throughout the majority of game 1, end up coming alive towards the end and stunning Oregon. I mean, a goal in the first 14 seconds of overtime, Stacks, after not being able to even put a shot on all game. That is incredible adaptation.
It looked like Oregon was trying to count to 10 with no interruptions, and then Danny interrupted them. The first 6 shots belonged to Oregon, and nothing in the final, 2.5 minutes. CSU Fullerton outshot him 5-zip in the second half of game 1. It is all momentum for the Titans after that big game 1 win. Now we go to Forbidden Temple to see if Oregon can right the ship against Cal State Fullerton.
And this has got to be confusing, if you're an Oregon fan watching, even if you're the players, because everything seemed to be going right. You had all the pressure, you had space, so much space as well. And then next thing you know, you drop a goal, then you drop the game. Now you're own goaling, and Spuda will get credit for it. First goal going to CSUF.
You had hotels all around the board, and all of a sudden, a few bad dice rolls, and it is all Cal State Fullerton. They have crawled back into that first game. Now they're taking the lead in the series. They're threatening to run away with this. The Skippy trying to take his time, and Spuda's giving him none of it. Imminent has to bomb that ball away. There's just not much direction in what Oregon is doing on the offensive end.
Yeah, you're looking at Oregon too. For them now, things are kind of starting to fall apart here. They have to get things back on track. An early goal dropped. And Cal State Fullerton did not have to do that much work, but of course they're going to want to get more. That's another big miss. Maybe another goal. No, just Skippy's there. Spuda trying to play this high to set up Riddles. Almost does it himself. Ooh. Oh my goodness, what a save.
I don't know what was more impressive, that Spuda actually somehow got that on target, or that the defense actually made the stop. Either way, it remains only 1-zip, just the way game 1 went. An early goal out of Oregon, and then Cal State Fullerton brought it back. Now it's the Titans on top in game 2, threatening to add more. Oregon scrambling to stay in this game, as Skippy will stop that at midfield. It's all he can do. There is no follow-up, as Leland, I think he wanted that to the corner, but it forces Imminent to bail him out.
Ooh, I see what Spuda's trying to do. They're looking for that pass back. Riddle was able to clean things up, and they're starting to move closer and closer. Spuda, I like that, trying to play that away from the defense. Doesn't want it to get cleared out, but again, that lack of follow-up, and this one is going to get away from CSUF. Now, Oregon have a chance here to tie, to actually not even just a tie, just to kind of get their whole game situation under control. It's been very inconsistent, and any sign of a strong presence on offense, any sign of momentum will work, as Leland puts a shot on, and Danny will get credit for the save.
Leland will sky one up for Eminent, looking for his second, but he's denied. And now Skippy trying to play the possession game for Oregon. All by himself, picked his spot, but Riddles beats him there. Now Eminent, he'll try again. He's picked the mark, and it's off the post.
You do not even understand the boost levels right now for Fullerton. I think everyone was at 0 until Spuda picked up the boost just now. They were running off of fumes, and Oregon had all the space in the world and could not get it through.
Danny downfield after a gargantuan defensive stand by Cal State Fullerton. But now it's Skippy. Pop over 1. Danny's there. Needs to burn all of his boost. Couldn't stop the ball. Leland for Eminent, and we're tied.
And that's a nice setup play for Oregon. Look at Leland, and then especially the demo here, throwing a bit of confusion. Spuda didn't take the bait, but he couldn't get the follow, and Danny knew where to be, but the car just wasn't positioned properly, and he helps guide that in. Eminent will pick up the tying goal to make up for the own goal that put his team in the deficit.
So Eminent's done a lot of scoring here in this series. Spuda got credit for that opening goal. Riddles popping one up. Spuda looking for technically a second goal, but he is blocked by Skippy. So now Danny has all day to play this, but boy, did he make a mess out of that ball. Now Leland just practically hands the ball back to Spuda, and that's a big break for the Fullerton defense. Oregon could have made something out of that. They still could. Eminent adds yet another.
And Eminent does what Leland doesn't. Instead of just shooting the ball, takes his time, plays it close, and baits Riddles to go for a challenge just so he can play it past him. Big time goal here as we have a minute 21 left in game 2.
And everybody in the West probably taking note of this series and probably just wondering, all right, who the heck is this guy? Well, they're getting quite the introduction to Eminent, who's trying to carry Oregon to victory. It doesn't need to do anything there. It is Skippy who rolls one into an empty net after that out of Riddles.
And Riddles, victim of being pushed too far forward, recognizing I'm too far forward, and then trying to make up for it. And we saw exactly what happened there. Not the best touch there from Riddles. And this time, things are starting to fall apart for Fullerton. A minute remaining in Oregon. It looks like they're going to take this one unless we see some heroics last second.
This feels like the holiday season in this game. Just everybody gifting goals left and right to the opposition. Danny trying to line up a double out of the corner. Good luck. Not against this Oregon defense. 35 seconds as Skippy will try to burn more time off the clock. A little more control. Eminent comes in to just kind of help out and then roll that in. My goodness, he's everywhere he needs to be.
Hat trick for Eminent. And you talk about it, Leland lays it to him, and Eminent will slide it home to pick up his goal. He's been scoring everything, almost literally for both sides. This game is definitely his, as he has stepped up.
Spuda, kickoff goal, no, but the follow-up from Riddles. Hey, they did it once. Can they do it a couple more times? Can they make this game interesting down the stretch?
My goodness, I hope not. Normally, I love Spuda, and there's nothing against Spuda, but I'm telling you, if Oregon let in 2 kickoff goals within 20 seconds, I might scream.
Well, the ball's going the right way for the Ducks, at least for now. 13 seconds left. Looks like they're going to hold him off here, but Danny, downfield, doesn't have anybody else there, so he'll need to center this. Spuda can't get there, and that will do it in game 2. And this series is all tied up after, look, this was a one-man show out of the new guy. Eminent has arrived for Oregon.
Eminent, the new guy, like you said, Oregon takes game 2 against the new guys in Cal State Fullerton in terms of the Western Conference. So now we're going to move on to game 3, but you can see here, at least looking at the numbers, things fairly even overall. Although it did look like Oregon had most of the pressure there. You talk about that, I want to say 30-second drive that they had on Fullerton's end, where, again, low boost, but Cal State Fullerton, though, with that low boost and with almost nowhere to go, seemingly, they managed to hold off well. I mean, they didn't let anything in at all on that play. We move on to DFH Stadium. And I think that, you know, this one, there's still more to be said here. Cal State Fullerton can totally bounce back, but it's just about finding their mojo.
The iconic monument in the background at DFH Stadium serves as the backdrop for maybe another epic clash between Imminent and Cal State Fullerton. We'll see if Oregon decides to join the fray as well, as Leland couldn't get to that, but Imminent does pop that ball just off to the side. But it's the pressure from the Titans early on in Game 3.
The Titans are still trying to, you know, get that early goal. But for them, it's not about whether they get something early or not. It's about consistency over the course of the game. Oregon are playing a very aggressive style of play, just making sure that CSUF are not comfortable at all on their own half.
Imminent has whiffed. He is human after all, and everything parts for King Spuda.
You said it. The whiff from Imminent comes through, and it's an open net opportunity. And Spuda's able to send it home. Just enough speed that the defense clashes into each other to try to race back in time. But it's another early 1-goal lead for Cal State Fullerton.
So I want for everybody watching at home here, or wherever you may be watching, Spuda has credit for an own goal from Imminent, and then off the whiff by Imminent has scored on an empty net. Just Spuda things.
He's going to love that. He's going to love that. Seeing right now, Oregon, you know, you talk about Imminent, but so far the game has lived and died by him. And that's a lot of pressure to put on one person, but he's been performing. We're going to need to see a little bit more of that as his team's down here early in Game 3.
Riddles guiding one off to the side, but here's Leland trying to set up Imminent. Why not try to feed the hot hand? But everybody's got to rush back for Oregon. Riddles trying to keep possession, but Imminent turned on it. And now it's just a big cluster at midfield. Imminent dropped down forward to Skippy, and Spuda jumped in the way. Now Oregon's got to rush back, because here comes Danny and the Titans. Got Riddles right down the middle, and Leland stopped it.
That's a really good save from Leland. There's a lot of speed there. This one in the midfield. No one there, though, to actually get a piece of it. And it is going to go the other way. But the defense from Cal State Fullerton been as strong as always. The rotations have been good for them, and they haven't been caught out with no boost. It's really more in the midfield where they're starting to struggle as the clears like this get pushed into their own half.
That rolls right to Leland, and Imminent is there, but Riddles pushed that over the bar. Danny coming in from midfield to fend off the attack further, but now Imminent tried to set up Leland, who had to avoid contact on his way in, and then took out Danny, who tried to demolish him. Also took out Spuda. It's only Riddles, and Danny recovers.
And Leland was a little low on boost there because he got the demo on Spuda, but Spuda did pick up that mid boost. But now Spuda, 40 boost in net, has to watch out. Imminent's shot is off target, but that pressure is still mounting as Oregon's still on this orange half.
Riddles, he sacrificed his car to stop Imminent from having a clean look. Spawns right under the ball, impossible defense, and Leland ties the game.
And you can see Spuda here, he's diving to try to make sure the pass doesn't get, midfield. He saw Danny in an awkward spot, wanted to get him some time, but that pressure comes in from Imminent. Ball pushed right back into the zone, and we see another goal here. Tied up game in Game 3.
Imminent over the defense, and it's a kickoff goal for the Oregon Ducks. And this is what you have to worry about. He is starting to heat up.
Oh yeah, he's found his form. It seems like he's got Fullerton's number. The way Imminent's been playing, he's been a big factor in the offense and continues to do so. 100% goal participation. Leland, though, trying to go for the solo play. Imminent follow up, bar down and in. If you didn't know his name, you know it now.
He's on fire. Unreal. Perfect shot. Sure, he catch a little bit of the bar. He had so much force, it still goes in anyways. Imminent 6 goals and an assist and an own goal and everything else. What a debut on this stream for Imminent and Oregon. This will bounce downfield, though. Danny has a chance, but just could not catch up to that in time. At least got this back towards the net, but Imminent, of course, is waiting for it.
You talk about Oregon making, their debut, especially with the new roster. A lot of questions come in when you add a new guy to the team, but I think Imminent's answered those pretty early on. Again, big force here for Oregon. And a minute 20 left in this game 3, and Cal State Fullerton down by 2 once again.
Oh, Spuda got one through, but it's just a little bit wide. Riddle's not on his way up. Little backflip. Does Skippy coming on. And Spuda there to make the save, but it goes right to Imminent. Try to go over top of Leland here. Danny looking to bring the Titans back into this game. Nothing doing. That's going to pop over Spuda. Imminent lurking at the net. Danny playing right into his hands. And it's the Skippy who had to make the save. They tried to set up Spuda and it pops up. There's no quit in the Cal State Fullerton Titans. Riddles comes right back up. They need somebody to fall in. Nobody does. Now it's finally Danny. They have time with 30 seconds. Got the shot off and it's a little bit high.
Oh, that's unfortunate. No 20-second goal like we saw last game. This one does look like Oregon's going to at least be able to maintain the lead. And
Danny's down there. Oh, nothing.
Maybe just a chance here. Look at Spuda.
Power. Unlucky, as they say. Danny, bank shot is on target, but Leland's there. Spuda rolls one in with 4 seconds left. Here we go again.
Well, they do get one with time. Now we're going to see if they got a kickoff play and a good read on that play from Spuda, able to bring it within 1.
Imagine what is going through Spuda's mind right now. What kind of kickoff play does he have? Got the ball downfield. They'll at least get a touch. Maybe.
Oh, no way.
Danny does, but it's swatted away. How fittingly by Imminent. Oregon on match point.
That was close. I was a little worried for Oregon, especially when Danny got that ball on the hood. But Imminent has been playing consistently all series long, and my goodness, he has. I think everyone is watching this guy and what he does next. That being said, we're going to see whether or not Oregon can close the series out as well. This one again going on match point here. Cal State Fullerton have had some good drives, and they're able to catch Oregon when they're off guard, but we aren't able to see that level of play from the entire game. They get pushed back to their own half, and they don't know what to do when they're on defense, and Oregon's been exposing them the entire time.
For many players, the first time that they actually get to share the field with Spuda is a memory to last a lifetime. For Imminent, just another Wednesday night. CRL 21 is all Imminent's right now. He is taking center stage. Utopia Coliseum. What does he have for an encore and perhaps a final act against the Titans?
This is what it really does come down to for the Titans. Gotta show up here. Can they stop the show that is Imminent? As the Oregon Ducks, they look better than ever with Imminent on the roster. We're excited to see what the future looks like for them, because you can definitely see the potential on the field.
Danny and Spuda double commit. That could be a problem. Loose in front. Could be a problem. Oh, it's a shot from Riddles. That is saved by DeSkippy. But now, Danny just waited. DeSkippy picked his pocket. Back and forth they go, waiting to see who's going to flinch in Game 4. Must win for the Titans.
Riddle's trying to play that one. Leland up early, and he just ends up wasting boosts. He didn't have a good touch on that one at all. And now 2 back. The Skippy can't get by Danny. It's off the back wall, but Imminent is there. Cal State Fullerton, we haven't really seen them send the house on an offensive play. Last time they did that, or something close to it, it was Riddles who had a very unfortunate touch and turned into an own goal. They're trying to avoid that, so they're playing a little bit further back. But they're going to need to find a good mix of risk and reward if they want to have any chance of going to Game 5.
Spuda launches one downfield, but nobody else chasing as Leland drills that into the ground. Danny's got to get up in a hurry. He does not. Here goes Leland. Imminent, waiting for a rebound opportunity, but that's swatted away by Spuda. Imminent doesn't have much to chase this down and no leg to stand on there, but that may be given away to Spuda. No, Leland comes up. Looked like a promising counterattack was about to develop for the Titans. No such came forth. Imminent into Skippy double commit, though. And that could be the opening Cal State Fullerton needs. Demolition on Leland. And it's Imminent that sends that off to the corner. And another attack gone by the wayside for CSU. Now Danny trying to go over top of Leland. That went off of Leland. Imminent getting bullied in the net. And he still made the save.
It's a good save, but not the best shot, though, we saw from Cal State Fullerton. They had a little bit of time there to really line it up. I think Riddles just forced the touch forward, making it much more easier for Oregon to get the save than it needed to be. Halfway through this game, though, and it's still scoreless. Plenty of time to get on the board, and Danny, he finds the shot that does it.
Just a little backflip. I couldn't see who it was. Spuda maybe delaying Imminent's reaction just a little bit. Does Skippy delayed as well? They find the soft spot in the Oregon defense. Cal State Fullerton trying to force game 5.
You can tell they
still got to deal with this guy, though. They still got to deal with Imminent, and Spuda does so for now.
Hey, yeah, you're right. You take one look off of him, next thing you know, he's making a play that goes in your net. Keeping an eye on him, as he's actually going to be the man up for this play. You see Leland leading the charge there, but Imminent was singing around in that midfield. They are trying to get him on a chance to shoot. But so far, it hasn't been able to work out. This one, a quick one, and Spuda's going to be able to knock that away from Leland.
Imminent so quickly up the ladder.
Whoa.
Gets by Riddles, and Danny made the stop. Loose out there, though, for Leland. His shot. Spuda had to climb up to the top corner to Skippy. Just high. Imminent blocked by Riddles. Here goes Leland, though. Looked like he might have been threatening to follow that himself, but he played it right at Spuda. And Fullerton might just hold them off. Still got some work to do here. Danny around Imminent. Leland out for Skippy. Spuda cut off the pass. And finally, Fullerton breaches the center line. What a defensive stand from the Titans.
Yeah, they get through, but only for so long. You see the Ducks trying to force it back in. The Ducks need to be careful, though, because they are sending a lot of resources forward, and it only takes one clear to throw things away. That's a big demo. Spuda gets on Imminent, but Leland comes up. Hey, we got a tied-up game.
I guarantee you the comms here are like, I got it. No, you, from both players. Nobody committed to the ball. Leland takes advantage. Final minute. Oregon trying to end the series right here and now. I think Imminent did get to that midfield boost, but Danny making the play. It's blocked by Skippy, and Imminent comes in to save the day for Oregon for now. Skippy wins the rest of the midfield boost yet again.
Demo.
Imminent out of the corner, but no teammate there as everybody was too far back. This still gets out to Skippy, and it's blocked by Danny.
Now let's try to turn things around. Final 30 seconds of gameplay. You can see Cal State Fullerton. No, Riddles last back. He almost had a very poor touch that would have cost him the series. Now he's looking to put a shot on to try to win the series. But Imminent is there. He's everywhere at this point. He needs to be, as this was coming down to the wire.
Is it a challenge that makes the difference? Riddles out of the corner, nothing doing. Danny to play. Hero!
What? How is that not saved? Ball bounces off the side. Danny finds the shot. Everyone's in net. No! Oregon had it. And they let it go. A defensive breakdown. And Danny finds the hole.
Hold him off for 3 seconds. Yes, sir. We're going to game 5 again.
I cannot believe it. You know what? What do they say? A last match of the day?
Yep.
That's where it starts to get crazy.
Look outside. See if it's a full moon. Every CRL, last match. Just throw it all out the window. This is why we love CRL. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable finish. When Oregon scored, you thought, okay, Playtime's over. You know, it's the Imminent show yet again. This is the only game he did not score. And you could tell Oregon, they felt that effect. They're wondering, hey, like, yo, like, this is your job. Score like 2 or 3 goals for us.
But
we can't do this whole goose egg thing.
This is where the pressure comes in, though. For Imminent,
Yep.
as a new member on the roster, you're now in a Game 5 situation here on the mainstream in CRL. Your team is trying to close out the series, and they have been relying on you all series long. Leland and Deskippy can only do so much, but we'll see. Maybe Cal State Fullerton can come away with this series. This has been insane as we close out the night. But, of course, who would have it any other way?
This has been a long night for Cal State Fullerton. They went 5 games with UT Arlington before this series. They ended up losing that series to Arlington. Now they find themselves in Game 5 again. Danny was looking for a pinch. Did not get it. This goes out to Deskippy. First effort high. Looking for any bodies at all. Couldn't find one. And that lack of physical play means Danny can take his time with this. Not under that much pressure. They'll be without Deskippy now, the Ducks, but they still have Imminent to set up Leland. That shot's on, but Spuda's right there.
Spuda able to get there, and that's going to be a big beat. But Leland coming back on the rotation. Is the pressure still on? That's a huge dunk. Can Danny get around it? No, he can't. Look at the momentum for Cal State Fullerton. They are so close for success, but we are still 0-0 in Game 5.
Spuda trying to collect this out of the corner, but he didn't roll it. It goes right out to Imminent. Loose on the goal line, and Imminent actually popped it away.
I cannot believe that he was so close to being able to put that in, but still, we've seen this from both sides, Stacks. Both teams have been borderline on the goal line, and no one able to come up with the first goal of this game.
Oh, Spuda clipped Leland, and that opened up an opportunity that Riddles couldn't convert on. Oh, it's going to come down to that one thing, Dash. Just a random bump here, maybe even a little bit of chance involved. Spuda popping this one away. There is nothing to separate Oregon and Cal State Fullerton. Leland, that might fall. No, ooh. Spuda able to climb up and make sure that stayed over the crossbar. Needs a booming clear, and that will at least do the job as it forces the ball out towards the Oregon end. Riddles looking to center, and Imminent just got a piece of it.
Oh, that one's still coming back in, and you see Riddles there. Dusky be able to get a piece here. Possession has been moving. No team wants to make that mistake. It's the bottom half of Game 5, and it's as tense as ever. As we close out the night, you almost saw a ground pitch from Riddles, but it's just off target. More pressure. Can Danny do it? No, knocked away by Leland.
Riddles, after that, he went right after Imminent in the net. Now Danny took the midfield boost. He may be called on here as Spuda serves one up on a platter for him. Flip reset, and Leland makes the stop. Leland's defense has kept Oregon in this series when Imminent's offense has dried up.
But look at Cal State Fullerton. Look how they're moving up the field. We haven't seen them play this aggressive all series long. This is a team that's full of new energy, and right now the Ducks do not know how to react. This may be a chance. Danny, no! It's off the side. Spuda commits. This could be dangerous for Fullerton, but that touch keeps them in play as Imminent will have to take it up the sidewall.
Oh, so close, yet so far. Imminent won that through, and Danny keeps Fullerton alive.
Imminent almost got the dunk to finish it. This is how close this game has been. Defense and offense as strong as ever, and no one letting up.
Riddles looking to power this one out of the corner, but he may have just given possession right back to the Ducks, but Deskippy could not control. Danny coming on yet again. He was the hero in Game 4, scoring with 3 seconds left. Riddles over towards Danny. Hey, look, it seems like there's a concerted effort to get Danny to the ball, just like Oregon should be looking to get Imminent the ball. It has been tough for the Ducks. They have not had Imminent on possession like this nearly as much as they should, and that goes off the post. The magic is gone from Imminent, and here come the Titans.
They're still trying to move forward here, Stacks. Maybe a chance for Danny, but oh, it's just off the top corner. Rings off the bar. They're looking for an infield pass, but that's to the other opponent. And they're lucky that they haven't got scored on yet. We got 10 seconds left here in game 5, and I don't know who's going to hold on at this point. We've seen this ball borderline in the net, but it looks like we may have an overtime unless this play falls. It won't. Game 5 overtime between Cal State Fullerton and Oregon to close out the night.
How in any universe is this game still going? Oh, Spuda could not center that ball. Here goes Eminent. May have a 1v1 with Riddles, and that's the wrong guy to challenge one-on-one. Spuda just got to that. That looked like it was going to eat him up. Now against Eminent. Good stop. And now Riddles needs one more play. Got it past to Skippy. At least trying to work downfield, but now Danny and Spuda have to try and stop Leland. Well, no, they don't, because Leland didn't touch the ball. Okay. Opportunity. Spuda denied by Imminent.
And Imminent remaining cool and calm. He's going to need to be, especially with all of this pressure on. We've seen even his teammates make some mistakes. You talked about Leland with the whiff, but all it takes is the one person to have the cool head to make that final play. Imminent pass mid. Leland, no! Denied by Spuda.
Oh, you just have to guess and hope you guess right. Spuda did. Now Riddles playing that off to the side, trying to play indirect down towards the Oregon end. And Oregon's not having any of it. Double commit, though, between Leland and Skippy. Still loose as Riddles bounces it away right to Imminent. He's going to turn on this. Skippy did as well. And that little hesitation might have cost Oregon a counterattack.
And they need all the time they can get here. They haven't been necessarily as active with just trying to get some solid plays. They've been looking for the infield passes, but clearly that hasn't worked out. That's a giveaway of possession. And although they get the demo, you have Riddles with the ball. If he has time, he's going to be able to at least buy enough time for Spuda to get back in this game.
Skippy able to get boost and ball for now. Imminent goes past that, and it's only Leland at the back. Spuda looking for Riddles for the win, and Skippy got in the way.
The play.
Oh, Danny thought about it. He got cold feet at the last second. Skippy to punish. No, Leland denied by Spuda.
And you can tell Oregon desperate to get back. You saw everybody commit on that play. This will be knocked over to the side. Riddles trying to play that straight down. Spuda, no! Skippy's there. Danny tries to follow it up. Blocked out again. And this is dangerous for Oregon. Almost in again, but no! It's just on the goal line. No one from Cal State Fullerton can get it through. I am in disbelief.
This is unreal. You couldn't write this! Leland! Unreal finish from Oregon. It's just the little defensive lapse, and Oregon survives a thriller to close out the night.
All of that defense, all of the pressure, and of course it's going to be Leland to finish it off. I wouldn't have expected that one from any other way. Leland remaining cool and calm for Oregon. Cal State Fullerton, they put on a showing here in this series. And it came down to it. Oregon show us again why they're one of the best in the Western Conference. And they hold off on a potential upset.
All the shots we saw, Dazarin, all the great individual efforts getting downfield, all the shots that rang off, sometimes the inside of the post, ran across the goal line, got a lucky bounce off of somebody to bounce away from the net. And it's just that one shot from Leland that ends this series. Unbelievable. I don't want to say it's like almost a letdown that like that's the shot that does it, but good grief. These two teams absolutely delivered, and they get to play again later on this season.
Yeah, it's honestly, like I said, we use a lot of words to describe that one. Incredible, unbelievable, but it really does, like, when I think about that game and how many shots were close to being into the goal, it's really a good example of like why Rocket League's like so great to watch. You saw incredible defense. You saw teams really come up with some of the best plays that they had in the book and defenses to stop them. And you get to this overtime, everyone's playing their best game, and one lapse of just speed and one lapse of rotation. I mean, we're talking a second or two off makes the difference. And I mean, I'm at a loss for words. That was well played for both teams.
That was one way of many to finish the night. I guess you could say, after all of that, Oregon's win was just imminent. We send it back to the desk. F. Dodd and the boys, take it away.